What's up, y'all? So this is a story time on how me and my cousin met RDCWorld, and he also met Keem at DreamCon. So let's get into it. So first of all, we flew in from PCB, Panama City, Florida, to Houston, and we just linked up with my friends at first, and then we just ended up going to this church. So the church was actually called FD's Famous Burgers, and we actually went to the church because the Airbnb wasn't open. It was probably about like 12. So the Airbnb wasn't open. I guess they were cleaning and stuff like that, and we couldn't get access to it. So all 5 of my friends went to eat there, and that was actually one of the best spots we could ever pick in Houston. I'm not gonna lie. That was honestly top 10 of restaurants I ever ate at, and it was crazy because I was like, let's not go there. I thought it was somebody's house, just like the RDC skit, but it was a real good pick. Shout out to Tay for that. So we ended up going to the church, eating, and then everything. My friend Dede came, and we ended up going to the house after that because he already ate. He was just doing his own thing in the airport and stuff like that. So we went to the house, and we just chilled. Everybody got to know each other. You know, the usual, to be honest. It was a friend group. Well, it was my friend group, and then I brought my cousin, and then my friend Tay, he brought his little brother. So it was 2 new people that had to meet, but overall everybody meshed well. Didn't have any problems. Everybody just vibed. It was just a real good time at DreamCon. No complaints. So that day ends, and then the first day comes. Me and my cousin Quez, which you'll probably see him in later videos, and I'll post a picture of him later on when I talk about him. But me and my cousin Quez, we dressed up as Black Man and Understand Man in League of Extraordinary Heroes by RDC. It came out probably about like a week before DreamCon, and then we just got on Amazon. I was actually struggling to find a third cosplay, and that was actually my third cosplay, so that was actually pretty clutch of them to drop. So fast forward day 1 of DreamCon, we in line. I'm a very shy person. I don't like being around a lot of people, but it was pretty cool. Everybody asking me for a picture and stuff like that. I'm not used to that. I low-key felt like a celebrity. I knew I wasn't, but it just felt so good to be around people that think like-minded and are like-minded, like cosplaying. If you saw, I'll post it, or I'll show you a picture later of what we look like. It was crazy. Like if you saw us, you'd be like, what in the world? Out in the I guess normal world, but it was just normal. Everybody loved us, so yeah. So we ended up going to the opening ceremony. Once we got in, it was a very long line, but opening ceremony, we RSVP'd for the opening ceremony, and we actually thought they were going to see us there, but they actually didn't. But they done the whole opening ceremony. They done gatekeep the episode with Mark. Thought he was going to win. He lost, but he got the dub at the end of the day with the basketball thing, but that's later on. And we actually found this cool ass dude. I forgot his name, but I'll try to shout out his Instagram once I post up a picture. But he just followed us around. We was just going off vibes, to be honest. We didn't know him, he didn't know us, but he had the Black Man outfit on. I had the Black Man outfit on, so there was not a lot of Black Man or League of Extraordinary Heroes. There wasn't a lot of cosplay though, so we just stood out. My cousin was Understand Man also, but my cousin, after the ceremony, him and my cousin, we went to go see if we can get his uniform fixed, but long story short, couldn't get fixed because the fabric was a different fabric. It wasn't duct tape and it wouldn't stick to the clothes. So we ended up chilling for a little bit, and then the dude that wasn't my cousin that we just met at DreamCon, we just parted ways. Should have stayed with him, so because he actually saw a lot more people than we did, cool dude, but he saw all the creators we wanted to see. He met Tony, he met Caleb City. I didn't even know Caleb City was there. Actually I did, but yeah. So that day ended, and we ended up going back to the Airbnb kind of early-ish, to get ready for the after party that was going on that day, which was Friday. And we just pre-gaming, chilling. My friend Will, he came in because he couldn't get Tom off, kind of, but he actually got the weekend off, which was, hey, that was more than he could ask for, so that was perfect. So we get to the after party, everybody is just normal. So you got some people that, actually no, everybody, some people were just normal, but people was still in cosplay and stuff like that, which I took a shower, we all took a shower before we went. I don't know if the people that cosplay took a shower, but for the most part, my con, nobody was really musty. I smelled a couple onions here and there, but nobody was really musty and stuff like that. So that's a good complaint. Hey, DreamCon. So the night ends and we are actually messed up. Like, we have hangovers. We did not miss our mark. Oh, my bad. We missed our mark, and basically we just went super late. We ended up going to YouTube Creator Showdown, the trivia thing, and my cousin was actually talking about showing me, because I never heard of him, but this dude named Keem Sama that does horror stuff and YouTube, or horror games on YouTube and stuff like that. So he was telling me all about that, and he was like, if I see him, I know he's down here, if I see him, that'll just make my whole DreamCon experience. And lo and behold, once we get out the main hall, we ended up hungry because we got messed up the next day, that night. So we ended up going to eat at this little rice bowl place, which it was actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. It's con food, so it was a little bit expensive, but it was actually pretty. It was. I wouldn't say it was worth the money, but if it was regular price, it would be worth it. I ain't gonna lie. So we get our food, and I'm like loaded. I got everything, like this stuff falling out, and then he say, "Oh shoot, that's Keem Sama." I'm like, who? And I see this tall dude just almost towering over everybody. And he was like, "Oh shoot, can I get a flick?" And he's like, "Let's flick up." And then Keem Sama was like, "Yeah." So he tried to hand the phone to me. I'm still carrying my stuff. I got a bowl. I got like drinks and stuff like that. I don't even know, like. And then Keem Sama friend, I don't know his name. He cool as hell, but he was like, "Hey, let me take a picture of y'all," because he looked like he got a lot of stuff. And then Quez was like, "Hey, take this bowl." So I have one handful, and I got a bowl in the other hand, and I'm smiling because I'm happy for him. He get to meet one of his idols and stuff like that he been watching. Him and his wife been watching for a while. So that was good. I'll try to put the picture up for y'all. And we just ate. So all 5 of us have eaten. Oh, my bad. All 6 of us have eaten. And I'm not gonna say who shouted it out, or not shouted it out. I ain't gonna say who brought it to my attention, but apparently we was eating right next to a spicy content creator. I'm gonna bleep that out. But a spicy content creator. We was actually sitting right next to her. I didn't know it. I forgot her name. She cool people though. She was just chilling, talking to somebody and stuff like that. So. And if you know Quez, you know this man is gonna be smiling ear to ear the whole time. I don't know if I know he wasn't happy, but he was happy that Keem Sama took a picture with him, and I was happy the same. And we ended up going to we missed the dodgeball tournament, we missed the Marvel Rivals tournament, but we ended up going to Bay Brigade, and I didn't nobody had an RSVP, but luckily the line was cool. We had to sit a little bit in the back, but it was well worth it. I'm not gonna lie. Even if we was like kind of outside or standing up the whole time, it was well worth it. I was probably lit the whole con, to be honest, but we're not gonna talk about that. But Bay Brigade is, I say, top 3 panels if you want to get lit. Like, it's crazy. There's only one panel that I know that really topped Bay Brigade with the intensity of everybody. and that was the closing ceremony, which was crazy. So Baby K done his thing. Big ups to y'all. So after Baby K, we ended up leaving, and we stayed there. We ended up leaving. We stayed outside for a little bit waiting for the Uber, and the Uber took us to the basketball game, the DreamCon basketball game, which was real good. There was a lot of talent there. There was real good talent. That's my first time finding out about J. Lou and what he can do. That boy got a bag. And I'm still in cosplay, but I had my I had my Minato cloak, which I'll probably show y'all later on, but I was feeling fresh, feeling good. And then I'm getting ahead of myself. We actually seen E. I don't know exactly. Let me find out her name real quick. Yeah, so her name on Instagram is exactly.e. She do skits with Big Jai. That's how they know her. I didn't recognize her at first, but she is so tall. It's crazy. But we was literally like arms distance because we was waiting on my friend because he couldn't come in his backpack. So she, like, we were just looking at her, and we should have got a picture. I don't know why we didn't get a picture, but it was actually pretty cool. And then we just sat down on our seats after everybody just went in and stuff like that. So the game was actually pretty good. It went into overtime. I don't think it was double. Yeah, it went into overtime, and Mark came out with the win. So W Mark. So really that was the end of our night, the basketball game. We just went to the Airbnb, ate, and just got ready for the morning because my friend Will, he was actually going back to work the next day, which was Sunday. So yeah, so Sunday morning come around and Will actually left. We actually get a picture before we go to the con. Last day, I'm in my Toji outfit. Everybody else just in regular clothes. I'm the only one that cosplayed for 3 days, but we thugging it. So when we get there, I'm searching for everybody I can find. I'm searching for all the creators. I ended up running into Senna. And I did not get a picture. Like she was short and she had a bodyguard with her, so I was like, oh shoot. Like literally I said, oh shoot. And I stepped back and she stepped back because I guess, I don't know, but like I wasn't about to do nothing, but I was just surprised because that's Senna, and like I didn't even recognize her until it was right there. And my cousin dapped up Diz. So basically last day of the con, we didn't really do much. It was just chilling. We went to this YouTube panel, which honestly that's the reason why I'm doing this video. Like it inspired me to start my own YouTube channel, start content creating and getting in this space and stuff like that. So that was honestly one of my favorite panels. Was that the panel was actually called How to Monetize Your Content. But basically after we got done with that, we ended up going to the closing ceremony, which we got in line an hour early. And at that time, they said, hey, we don't care if you RSVP, we letting everybody in. That panel in the main hall was so packed. So RDC kind of late, I think. But the DJ was actually doing a pretty good job hyping up the crowd. And then they played Finito. Everybody just ran out in the hall, in the walkways and everything like that. So they ran out and they just started turning up, and they got so lit the floor started like flexing, like the floor was flexing. You could feel that underneath your feet, and that was one of the craziest experiences because everybody was just like-minded and like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that you just gotta be there. But so the con ended after that. We got basically kicked out, or not kicked out, but they rushed us out. I guess they was cleaning up and stuff like that. So we went to the Airbnb, and I wasn't really bummed because I saw a content creator before on TikTok, and she said that don't expect anything from like the creators. Don't expect to see your creators. Sometimes you'll see them in passing, and I was like, okay, that's cool. So we actually went out that last night, and it was crazy. I was like, I'm not drinking because I gotta wake up early for the airport and stuff like that. So I ended up taking a couple because social anxiety and stuff like that. Actually, so me and my cousin was just talking, kind of lit, not too much, and then next thing you know, he was like, "Hey, that's Lee," and I was like, "Oh." And he would, I'm not gonna say what he was doing, but he was just chill. I went up to him, I was like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" He said 1 minute, and then he got done what he was doing, and me and him like flicked it up. I'll post a picture, and his security guards was actually like, no at first and stuff like that, but he was a cool dude. He's like, yeah. So done that, and then probably about 5 minutes later, we see Dez went to the bathroom for a little bit, and and my cousin was like, "Dang, I want a picture." I was like, "Hey, we're not gonna hang by the bathroom, but when he come out, just like look for him." And we caught him right before he like passed us, and he was like, "Hey, Dez, can I get a picture?" And he handed the phone to me. He had the flash on, but the flash wouldn't work. He had it on automatic, and I tried to turn it I tried to turn the flash on, like just straight on, but it wouldn't do it, and I didn't get any lighting in the picture, but luckily the after party did have lighting, and that just made my whole DreamCon like seeing them growing up, and like me going to school and stuff like that, seeing them and me and him wanting to go to DreamCon when it first came out, and we just hit this DreamCon and just did a lot of stuff. Like it was such a good vibe, and such a good thing that I needed, and I'm pretty sure he needed it too. Also to see my friends that I ain't seen in probably about like 4 or 5 years and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my DreamCon experience. That's a recap of my whole weekend and stuff like that. So